Okay, how's it going? This is Ian. I'm here with my newest listing that's coming to the market. I'm really excited about this one. It is a beautiful home. It's on 5 acres. It's out of town. It's in the Goldstream area. Murphy Dome Road area. And it is just a little slice of heaven. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. We're gonna finish driving down the secluded driveway here and I'll show it to you. Okay, so on approach, this is 5 acres. It does have a shared driveway with your neighbor, which is, 100 yards back up that way. But it's super quiet out here. It's off Murphy Dome Road. It's got plenty of parking here. It's a little 2-bedroom home built here. And then we've got the garage with the mother-in-law over that. And it's got access to ski trails and all sorts of cool stuff. It's got saunas. It's got it all, man. So I'm gonna jump out and I will give you the rundown. Okay, so checking this one out. The address is 4987 Murphy Dome Road. Spring is here. Birds are chirping. You've got your woodshed here for the wood stove. You've got a beautiful view of just a beautifully wooded lot. These really cool planter beds here. You've got the propane for your oven, exterior hose bib. There's this cool little secret trail back here that goes back to the garden area. All right, I guess since we're over here, we should check this out. So you've got your sauna here. You've got the little outhouse for it. But this is a suite. I think it's unlocked. Yep. It smells like cedar. It smells like just what you would expect when you walk into a little sauna in the woods here. Totally private and quiet. You've got your little wood stove here. Got the mood lighting. You've got the rocks that you can pour water on top of. It's a beautiful little place. And you've got this great big window. Looks out on the property again. Got the miniature woodshed that you can use to build your fires in the winter. And then since we're over here, we can go check out that gardening area. So it's, like I said, 5 acres. It's situated pretty well on those 5 acres so that it uses all of it and you have access to some beautiful trails. If you go this way, you can go all the way out to like the Minto Flats area. You take trails all the way out there and go explore Minto Flats, go fishing in Snow Machine out there. They've got access to biking, skiing, whatever you want. We're about 30 minutes from Fairbanks, so it is a decent drive, all things considered. But you've got the garden here that you can use for whatever you want. Obviously, you've got the fence to keep the moose out. Pretty big deal. They do like to destroy gardens, I tell you what. Got a little shed back here. Just for storage. This one's going to be live on the market June 2nd, so in a couple weeks. Probably have this posted just a week before, so that way people can kind of see it, and then we'll be doing showings probably the whole week of June 2nd. Okay, so let's jump into the house. Got a Arctic entryway here on the front, which is super cool. If you're not familiar, Fairbanks gets freaking cold. And so when it does, it's really nice to have 2 front doors. A little mudroom here, you take off your shoes, but it also helps helps to prevent heat loss. And so you've got the main door into the house there. This is unheated, but it helps to create like another barrier between the outside world and your house. So it really helps to cut down on heating costs. I'm going to take my shoes off here and then we can jump into the interior here. Okay, so entering into the home here, you are greeted with this grand opening. It is absolutely stunning in here. The light pours through these windows. You've got lots of plants that are just thriving because you get that sun all year long. In Fairbanks, south facing, east facing is something that is super important to us because of the minimal daylight that we get in the wintertime. And so if you can be facing towards the sun, that's a huge bonus for a lot of people. You do have, I believe it's Estradome across the way there. Maybe on the darkest days, Estradome probably gets in the way of the sun. But you know, outside of that, you're getting a lot more sun here than you would on the north side of any mountains or hills here. This is a 2008 build. They finished in 2009. The current owners are the ones who built it, and they did a fantastic job. They say that for the most part, they heat their home with this thing right here. It's a Blaze King. These things are fantastic. I've talked about them in past tours, but they are great because they are so efficient. They've got a catalytic converter. You can put wood in this thing twice a day, once in the morning, once when you go to bed, and you won't have to remake it. It will keep your house warm just on that. They're one of the most efficient stoves out there. They're honestly one of my favorite aspects of living in Fairbanks. You know, you get to have wood heat to heat your home year round, and it makes for a really nice atmosphere and living environment. This is a 2-bedroom home where both of your bedrooms are upstairs. You've got 2 bathrooms as well, one on this floor and then one on the floor above. You've got your laundry room in here. So plenty of coat storage, plenty of access to your utilities, your well water here, and your pressure tank and water heater, which is pretty sweet. I will have to confirm that it's well water. It might be a holding tank. I might have to eat my words, but I'll put a note of that in the remarks and get you updated. So let's see. I think I got everything in there. Out here is your main living space. I mean, let's just sit on the couch and look at the sunlight coming in. Not too shabby. You've got a front door here, access to the porch. Beautiful porch out here. Metal roof. You've got some corrosion from exhaust coming out of that stove. They've got Starlink out here because they are a little bit removed from town, and honestly, Starlink has been one of the only competitors for the only 2 Wi-Fi companies that we have in town, so it's nice to see that they have some more competition. And then you can jump off here to that front deck as well, or the front drive. Coming back in the house, go through and we'll check out the kitchen, and then we'll check out the bathroom. Kitchen is beautiful. It's all in one spot. Once again, you've got the propane heat for the oven. You also have propane heat for the whole house. And so this isn't something that is typically seen in these homes. These are propane heaters. They're similar to like a Toyo heater that runs on diesel. But that's why they have that big propane storage outside. My thoughts and opinions on propane is that it's okay. Sometimes when it gets really cold, like 40 below, you will actually have your propane turn to liquid and not gas. And when that happens, these things tend to quit working. And so you can get a workaround with that by just doing a magnet heater, slapping it on the exterior of your propane tank, and away you go. The sellers did say, you know, they have never had issues with that. However, they also run wood heat all the time. So just something to keep in mind if you're planning on living here and you want to make sure that you have a good understanding of all the possibilities and the challenges of just living in Fairbanks and you know, having to figure stuff out. But super utilitarian kitchen. You got a view of the backyard here, everything you need within your fingertips. Extra closet space underneath the stairs here. It's fantastic. Check out this bathroom. Deep soaker tub. You've got the frosted windows, so you can enjoy some sunlight while you bathe, but it's not super obvious. And that is separated from the shower here. Get a good look for that. And then we can head upstairs. Got some beautiful steel artwork there on this banister. Looks super nice. All of the paintwork in here is beautiful. The colors that they chose work really well together with the natural wood and the plants. I think it's stunning. You've got the windows open now in the spring. You can hear the chickadees outside. It's pretty cool. Primary bedroom. What's neat about these homes, I think, it's 2x8, just with how wide these walls are. I'm going to confirm that as well, but they have all of these metal sills, or not metal, sorry, tile work sills. And so it makes it really neat to be able to have like plants or whatever you want to be able to sit on those, get some sunlight. And also, like, if you overfill your plants, you're not going to have water on wood frames, causing rot, mildew, whatever. Something about Fairbanks that I myself am also guilty of is people in Fairbanks hate closet doors. It's something that I never even noticed until, you start working with people from like Texas and California who are like, what in the world is up with you guys getting rid of your closet doors? But it's super common. I'm not sure if it's a space saving thing or what. I just got irritated at mine and took them down because they, you got those bifold doors. They tend to have issues, and I just got rid of them. Now I've got more room in my bedroom. Got another bathroom here. Pretty basic. This is a half bath, so you don't have a shower. And then the second bedroom here. Once again, efficient windows with those vinyl casings. 2008, you don't really have to worry about the wood frame windows anymore, which is great. The carpet feels good. More closet space. Okay, let's go check out the garage and then the mother-in-law that we've got right next door. I'll give you one last view of the interior here as we walk out. Okay, on this side of things, you've got a carport, you've got a 2-car garage, you've got extra parking on this left side with this gravel pad that's been extended. You could probably fit an RV here, but it would definitely be sticking out and kind of probably in the way. I don't know, depends on what kind of toys you guys got. But we're heading to the inside here, probably get copyrighted on music. But there's no heat in this actual garage, like in this section. But there is heat in here. And so this is, where are the lights? Well, here we go. There is light in here, there is heat in here. It's just, this has been used as kind of like a workshop, and so you've got a little heater over there. And so this part is separate from the garage, and it's pretty efficient just being such a small space. So obviously they used it as a workshop. Have a cool little spot to work on stuff and be warm in the wintertime and out of the house. Going around under here. This is the final portion. This is kind of like the mother-in-law slash unfinished area. We did get a home inspection, and so the home inspection came out, home inspector, and he gave us a full rundown. One of the things he mentioned was that the stairs that were on here were kind of unstable, and so the seller have completely rebuilt this, and it's quite a bit better now. And so we'll have that report on file for you guys to review. But this was the biggest thing on there, and it's taken care of. So good to go as far as the home inspection. As far as big items, there's nothing really on there that's too concerning in my opinion, but you can check it out yourself too. Okay, so in here, there isn't any like heat, or sorry, there isn't any like water hooked up. It is purely just a like room. So it does have heat. You could hook that up. It's not currently on, but it's a smaller spot. They've just been using it as storage. You could throw like a oven and fridge in here and call it a dry cabin, or you can just use it as storage as well. Get some extra space back there. Just kind of extra space that they have. Called a mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law would probably be irritated at you if they tried to put you in here, but you know, do with it what you will. It's extra space if you want to utilize it however you will. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this will be on the market on June 2nd. I have not finalized a price yet, so I won't tell you one and be wrong later. But it's a beautiful little home. It's very private, and it's got a lot going for it.